What's up, chat? There is a Code Forces round right now, right? Yeah, there is educational round and it will finish in half an hour. But I planned this ahead, so I didn't want to shift by half an hour. I guess that's fine. All right. Summary of what the problem is about and what is CodinGame.com once every half a year publishes a game for bots to play. You write a program and it plays some game. This game is about two witches fighting each other to produce potions. Each witch has some inventory. She can use spells on the side to create more resources, like create to blue or change blue to green. Once you have enough resources, you can brew a potion. It's one of those at the bottom. And for that you get points, like here 8 points, 11, 10. And when the game ends, you want to have more points than your opponent. That's it. At the beginning of the game, also there are spells in the middle and you can learn them, then you can use them. At the beginning you have 4 spells. These 4 you're seeing here. They are very basic and quite slow in producing resources. And in the middle there are more. You can spend a few turns to learn some of them. Right now my program, I think, just learns 1 more because I kept getting time limit exceeded from time to time if I learn more, because my solution tries to combine all those spells together with different combinations to plan my moves ahead. And my approach is to just try to, for every potion, understand how many moves I need to create this potion and go for the one that I can do easiest. It isn't really the smartest move out there. Maybe I should instead go for the most expensive one, the one giving me most points. Or maybe it's about ratio, points divided by the time needed to get there. I can try that. I think it will be very easy to do. Good luck. Well, thank you. I am in Bronze League. There also exists a Silver League. And to get to Silver League, I need to be on average better than this bot by organizers. But also there is a whole leaderboard. Maybe this is more meaningful. I right now have place around 900, not 900, 200, 196 out of 2000 people in this league. Once I go to the top, to be above your bossa, this is name of bot by organizers, then I will get to Silver League and new rules will be unlocked. You continue on the code? No. Indeed, last time I said that I would do something between the streams, but I didn't have time. I was very busy. And for the past 2 weeks I'm just very busy. So no, this is just code we had at the end of the previous stream. There was long complicated DP that I wrote outside of this editor. Just I created some dynamic programming to get to that final state. And one huge thing I should try is to split the work of DP into several turns. If I have 6 spells, the issue is I get time limit exceeded. Time limit per every turn is 15 milliseconds, and that's too low for my DP if I have a lot of spells. Hello, CodinGame. Hi, Haggis, Alistar, Nihal. No, I'm not from Russia, but it's quite close. I'm from Poland. Okay, so what do we start with? I can split the work, or maybe better and easier, I will first choose not the easiest to make spell, but the one giving me most points per turn. That's more important and just easier to do. So I did a ping on Discord and Twitter, and we can really start. You want to be a right coder like me? Then sure, good luck. Just you need to practice a lot. Where do I choose a spell to go for? I mean the potion. Cast spell, create resources. Try to brew a potion. Do I sort potions by something? Sort. Wait. I just go for the first potion? Oh, I see. This just means for any potion, if I can create it right now, do it. That's not that bad. I'm looking for a place where I plan ahead. Oh yeah, dp initialize, if path empty, and then best turns is that. Okay, this should not be best turns, best ratio. I care about ratio, reward divided by turns, and I want to maximize it. If turns, not only I need turns, but also I need, what do I need? The reward. Do I keep it for every potion? Let's try to find a struct potion. This is DP. No, I don't. I need reward here. A reward will be sum of bonus and normal reward. Price in rupees if this is a potion. And how do I know about bonus? This includes the urgency bonus. All right, so I don't need to do anything smart. It's just equal to this price. If this is type brew, then this, that, and here also put a price, because it already includes the bonus. Best ratio. I'm interested in, I will assert that the number of turns is greater than 0. If it's 0, if I already can afford something, I should have done that before. And otherwise, the ratio is potion.reward divided by turns. This is how much points I will get per turn. If turns is better than best turns, best ratio. To that, best ratio is greater or equals 0. Let's play against this default bot, and if everything works and I don't get any errors, I will submit again. Once I hit the yellow button for the next 20 minutes or so it will be run against all the real participants. Well, but I lost by a lot because my opponent uses a lot of spells. Maybe I can see some other quick hack about the number of spells. What about... What about saying that I can have a lot of spells, but I cannot use a lot of them at the same time? Would that be fine? No, but my opponent uses a lot of spells. They have right now like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 spells. They use them in some order. Thanks to the number of spells, they don't waste many turns resting. Yeah, this opponent is much better than me. I can still submit. Let's run once more. And I can still submit to see if this ratio thing is better than my previous strategy of going for the one I can create soonest. I'm not sure if it's better. I'm destroyed by the bot. Because I use only 5 spells. Previously I had place 200. We'll see what happens here after a few minutes. After a few minutes it will be at least somehow visible. But the full running takes many minutes. Oh, I got some kind of error. What happened? Here my opponent won because I was stuck with blue. Not really stuck with blue, no, everything is fine, I just honestly lost. But I'm more worried about games like this one. I think I got time limit exceeded here. Let's replay this game. Keep doing streams. I'm not stopping. Alright, here it worked, so yeah, it was a timeout. And actually, normally I would win. Alright, everyone I know has been getting random timeouts in the arena occasionally. I should do that with code, like I should measure the time from the start of the turn, and once it exceeds 40 milliseconds, because the limit is 50, I should actually make just any move. Alright, should we split the work? Initialize. While not sequence empty. And I need to say time from, no, let's say turn time, smaller equal 40 milliseconds. I will do this. Maybe this is not a good idea. In initialize, I will have another function called improve. and this one will be called multiple times. This is turn and this. Oh, and I remember that I can remove some subsets of spells that are redundant. That can be done later. And maybe some other speed-ups we can think of. Do you have pragma blah 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 before headers? We can see. I have GCC optimize O2. Increase the font size? Sure. I can try some better pragmas if you're saying that this will help a lot. All right, improve. Recursive. This will be done once, no worries about it. Print middle. This is some kind of priority queue. Like, this is more or less Dijkstra. And for every new state, I try to apply all the subsets. The complexity of a single step here is the number of subsets of spells. For 4, that will be just very small. For up to 10, it will be reasonably small, I believe. Especially if I remove those redundant ones. All right. I'm just thinking about the style here. Should I have a global set of things to do? Set of int processed, no sex, what is sex? It's not sex, it's secus. This will be global. What did I do? Control X. You are global before improve. This will happen just once. I'll initialize. And this will say, well, not empty, and turn time smaller than 40. This should be turn time in milliseconds. I will later fix this function. And while this is true, then indeed do the logic, so improve something. Oh, I even have here already here. What do we have? If not is redundant, count plus plus. I guess I should actually remove them. Doesn't matter now. What is this? Processed IDs of processed sequences. Like that. Then turn time will use this for sure. Turn time will be global. There is start turn variable, and I need to initialize it as clock at the very beginning of every turn. While 1 start turn is clock. What does it return? I think it returns in seconds. Yeah, it does. So I want to return this divided by 1000, multiplied by 1000. This will be the number of milliseconds. Improve. So every time, in every turn, I should run improve. Yeah, sounds good. And then I can have many more spells because it will just keep getting improved and improved. I hope. Right, initialize, improve. Path. If path empty, then for every potion do this. What happened? And if turns, oh, that's very wrong. This should be ratio greater than. I had a huge bug. I think I maximized. It might happen that a moment ago I maximized my time to get to some potion. And this is how I lost to the bot so badly. So let's remove this thing, because possibly I don't see a path. And this will be... if p empty. No. If path.empty print rest, or no, wait, I don't want to do just anything. Wait, computing. I think this will make my witch say those words, and we will see that on the screen. Running. I won. All right, let's delete this person and instead add the default bot. So this submit of mine, it will be terrible because I maximized the number of turns needed to get to somewhere. It wasn't a good idea. I lost by 1 point, but then it isn't really important. Tiebreaker kind of is the number of your non-blue resources at the end. But the real test is if I increase the number of spells. Did you implement the last day's DP? Yes, on streams I implemented some DP. I won. Let's submit this again. But I want to see some computing going on, some computations. So let's try 7. But I think that here my program will be stuck at computation for many turns. Okay, my program is just very good. I don't know. 8. I need to print whether I'm still improving my score or not. I mean, whether the improve function is still running. Oh, there is something wrong here. Yeah, I was disqualified. Cool. I wanted this to happen. Not provided one line in time. Maybe because iterating over sequences also takes a lot of time. I will print the values. If I understand correctly, I will see here values like 42, 46, and then I will exceed the 50. Yep, 49, 59. Finding the best potion is too slow. That's something. Also, I'm winning a lot of matches. Now using 6 spells instead of 5. Maybe that's enough already to beat the boss and to move to the next league. And then it's cool start of a stream. Could you recap what you did? Are you using the leftover of each round to optimize your DP with more spells? Yes. Were you the one, Dalknerp, who told me about that a few days ago, that I should do it? So what I do once is I create all possible combinations of my spells. So once I think what I can do between 2 resting times. Let's say that I go through all factorial possible orders of those spells I can use. And then what I keep improving every turn is my plans for the future. So I know that, oh, here once I can do -2 yellow and plus all of that, minus this and plus 2 yellow. So in total 0 yellow, but a lot of other resources happens. And then I combine that with resting and another thing, and then resting and another thing, and so on. Did you know the protocol for brew changed? It now includes bonus value and amount? No. No. I mean, are you talking about this league? I don't think you're right. The change is in the repo, not sure if it's live yet. Okay. Then I don't understand why it wouldn't be automatic. What's the point in changing it now? It was... no, I wasn't, but I was here when this was suggested. Okay, sorry. Maybe it was somebody else with nick starting from D. Right? Now, when I choose that potion, cool, I'm winning almost everything. Place 50 already. That's great. Here, is that a fair match or did I mess up? Okay, I lost by a lot. Mainly because my opponent has +1 yellow. This spell is just fantastic. He says, you gave my life direction. I'm so obsessed. I believe you're... What is this? Did they take some kind of poem and just... or a song? And takes... Hey, 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 your lipstick stinks. On the front lobe of my left side brains. Are those lyrics? 18th place. Right, I think we're looking at Silver League in a moment. All right, for every potion. Get path. From this inventory to this goal, I iterate over sequences. And I do if not redundant. But I think that there are actually a lot of redundant ones. Let's count, print count out of sequences.size. Play my code. How much do you need to advance to the next round? I need to be higher than the bot by organizers, and he is on the 2nd place right now. I'm on 6th. Either I'm good enough already or I'm very close. I want to see some output here. Yeah, this one. $800 out of 3,000. Okay, it isn't that important. 3,000 is the total number of possible sequences of moves I have, and 800 is how many of them are not redundant, so not better than others. Actually, what is the complexity of function is redundant? Oh, this is very slow. Okay, I need to can do. What about can do? Is can do faster? I think it's faster. So if I remove you, will my program get faster? Still I can print the sequences size. Count this not used, that's fine. This was turn number 3. Maybe not. When do I print a lot of information? On turn 10. Replay same conditions. Exactly the same should happen. There should be same distribution of what is happening because my code does the same. Yeah. And now on turn 10, I just want to see this output. Yeah, now the times are much better, so it means indeed my function is redundant, was what slowed down my program. Okay, all right. Now after I make a potion, so here, my program will try to find a new combination. All right, here it is. There are many more sequences, but still it's small enough that everything is fine. Cool. Now, and how many spells do I use? 8. That's great. That's great. I have the 9th place. Because my submitted bot, it only uses 6 spells. I think I will submit this new one with 8. Rank 5th. How many battles are left? Battles in progress 52%, but it seems that I will not get above the boss. I already was on the... I was on the 6th place, and then I dropped to 9th. Now I'm 4th. Alright, I don't want to resubmit now. Then let's do some more testing. I will run a few times to see if it ever times out, but I think this program is already much better than the previous one because it can handle 8 spells. That's amazing. Then I want to know if improve still keeps improving. So when I print just any operation, let's say when I print a spell, I will also print information bool needs improvement. Here return not sequence empty. Okay. I will keep using this function, so assume that it's public. When I print spell, no, cast, also print a space, and what do I want? DP needs improvement. Now we will see my witch saying if she still improves stuff, spending 40 milliseconds during every turn. What's going on? Why did I do nothing? Okay. Am I skipping some turns? Oh no, this was just long, I think it's long visualization of paying, right? This is okay, 6, this is 1 turn, next, maybe from the very beginning. Am I doing anything for the first turns? I'm red. Oh. Repeat can't be 0. What? I'm doing something illegal. Well, good that I noticed it. 82 is blue. So do I need to print the 0 or whatever? Oh, I see. If it's repeatable like this one, then I cannot print the needs improvement. That's the mistake. Okay. Let's say that I will print 1, and this one is not meaningful, and then needs improvement is equal that. If the spell is repeatable, then the first number after cast and ID is how many times I want to use it. And what happened is it took this value and it thought that I'm trying to repeat that many times. Needs improvement is 0. Why is my program that fast? What if I use like 10 spells? I have the 4th rank, still not enough. Is it running? It's running. And I got disqualified. Init start 10. Maybe already this function is too slow. init subsets done. I wanted to replace the same conditions. I keep forgetting about it. If you started hitting the gym, there would be no blank left for us. I don't appreciate the language, but yeah, thanks. Init start. This function, recursive function, is too slow. It is limited by 10 factorial. So it makes sense that it's too slow. Actually, here I got only... How many spells do I know? 9. I think we need to be limited to 8. Or I can look at subsets is something harder for me to split the work into multiple turns. I'm above the boss and 14% of battles are left. There's a chance. Maybe we'll see the silver leak in 5 to 10 minutes. This is my current rank. This is my current rank in this league. In the silver league, I will be very low. Recursive. Get spells, get the current mask, and the current subset. I can make easy improvements here. Like, yeah, checking all orders here is so stupid. In particular, if I use the first 4 spells, they need to be exactly in this order. If something only gives me stuff, I should do it first. Oh yeah, there is so much room to improve this. I wonder about the easiest hack that will still help me the most. But given those spells on the right, for sure I would cast first the plus. Also, I don't want this spell. I don't want something that it's 5 blues, but I can later play with heuristic to choose spells in the first place. Like +1 yellow, this one is amazing. I think this is the best spell out there. If you don't know anything particular about the remaining spells. And maybe the basic spells reached level 9. Yeah, I got to Silver League. I think they should display this a little better. But well, do we have any changes in the statement? Is statement exactly the same for Silver League? Normally, the changes in statement are highlighted in green. Any ideas for generating project ideas to gain experience in a language? You can use Google. There are so many projects out there in the internet. Is there a way to implement redundant function different? Yes, for sure. But also I should run it just once, not every time when I'm trying to do something. Try 9 spells? No. I need to improve the recursive function. People in Gold League all seem to get greater than 8, so you'll probably eventually need to pivot to getting more. Yeah, I need more. Otherwise, resting hurts very much. I want to use many spells before resting. Then you're more efficient. Again here, I got 9 spells. And this is very bad. Alright. Sometimes the order doesn't matter. So let's try this heuristic in my recursive function. If this subset already happened in my recursive function, then return. Maybe I should also check this particular mask. Does subset have a smaller than operator? Struct subset. Yes, here we have struct subset, and yes, it already has the smaller than. So I can easily remove equal elements. Let's do that then. My code is so long. That's in one file. It's so hard to get around everything. Right. There is a set of subsets rec visited, and I will do. Should I do it for every mask or just in general? Maybe for every mask will be better. This shouldn't hurt too much. If rec visited of mask insert of subset dot second, if this is true, then continue. If this is false, insert in C++ returns you if it was indeed inserted. Return. Play my code. I believe this will become much faster, but we'll see. Obviously, doing this operation takes time itself. But in many cases, the order doesn't matter. And then, yep, it helped because, as we see, now the game lasts longer. Now, what about improving? Why don't I see now the messages from my witch? She keeps using spells. How is it called? I want cast. When I print cast, yeah, here I print cast. Oh, and here as well. All right, all right. Print 1 always, and improvement is dp needs improvement. Why is it's suggesting improvement? This? Then I will know for how many turns I keep computing it. Its improvement is 0, 0, oh, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0. Well, that was sadly a very fast game. I made 2 potions, my opponent made 6. That's crazy. So what's the big difference between us? They made 1 potion and very quickly they made another. Wait, I spent the first 10 turns learning, and they learned 11 spells in that time. No, wait, 12 spells? I see. The boss just always learns the very first spell. Is that the case? Yes, that's the case. I don't care about my position here in this list of spells, and when you learn cave spell from the bottom, you need to pay K blue tokens. So I spent a lot of turns producing blue and paying for learning spells, and in that time the opponent just goes from the bottom. I should also go from the bottom, and if something is good, just take it. And don't take things from the top unless they are very good. And I think that the only spell for which I can make an exception is the one giving +1 yellow. I think it's just amazing. I would say that just those spells that give you something without needing anything, they are great. So let's decrease. The number of spells right now is limited to 8, I believe. Oh, 10. No, 10 is too big. Let's go with 8. I will play my code again to see if it does well enough. And I will submit this, so it would be, it would run here. I will see my place right now. I'm getting this 1400th place with my previous code, but it used only like 6 spells. Yeah, I have here 6 spells. My current code is better. I won here. I think that in the previous game boss destroyed me because the spells at the bottom were good enough. Right. Is it possible to drop to league below? No, it isn't. Is C++ good for these problems? It is faster, so sometimes that comes handy. Shouldn't you try to get some from the bottom to lower cost of the upper spell that you really want? Yeah, for sure I should go to the bottom, with maybe exception for the pluses, because I still think that spells giving you plus something are the best. And I just think that my opponent can take them before me. I agree with this. Any language is good as long as you know how to use it. Wait, am I doing nothing? Let's see the logs. Not enough ingredients for this spell. Oh, that's I didn't see this error in a long time. 79. This one, -1 blue, +1 green. Let's investigate. I rested. There is a path consisting of multiple times using 79. But that's, well, here we had 78,79. I have a lot of blue. Then I learn some spell, paying a lot of blue for that. I learned another spell, gaining 1 blue. I did that again. I used the first one. Okay, that's the mistake. After when I keep learning at the very beginning, sometimes I use this spell +2 blue. And what happened is this spell is used already. And then I try to find the optimal path towards some potion. And I'm trying to use this spell, but it's already used in the first phase. After the first phase, I should rest. Or maybe this. If the path... If I'm trying to cast something, if p empty is this else, I need to, I want to claim this. If this spell can't be used, assert that this produces 2 blue and rest. This is unlucky, but will happen. I should be a bit smarter about this, but let's start with that. So, for spell in spells, if spell.id is equal p of 0 and not castable, I need to assert something. How do I do that? Spell.cost of 0 is 2. Let's say just this. It means that +2 blue. And then print rest. 2 blue needed. I need to also break, and I need to in some way to say that, okay, operation done. If I run this again, replay in same conditions, then my witch should say this, because I think that exactly this happens. In this kind of problem where you spend several days working on it, it will often happen that you need to refactor your code, or just you notice something suspicious, you investigate it, make a small fix, check if it works. Yep, 2 blue needed, so I rest. And I shouldn't be stuck thanks to that. Great. I wonder if it's a valid strategy to, oh, I was destroyed, to sometimes use those spells high up here so that your opponent would get a lot of blue tokens, and to hope that your opponent will be stuck with a lot of blue. I can't believe that this will work from time to time. Hacky ways, not good ways. On one hand, Marco, you are right. On the other, I saw an issue and I fixed it. If this isn't a correct, if this is not a correct fix, and it can still happen that I can that I try to cast a spell and it isn't available, I will see an assert failing. I will be disqualified in some game, I will check the logs and assert will fail, so I will know that I need to investigate it. So I wouldn't say risky because I will see it. Maybe. If I do something more complicated instead, more robust, then, well, it's more code, so bigger probability to make a mistake in that code. Let's play code again. Last battles. Almost all done, and my place is around 1400. But I will submit this and then work on my order of buying spells. Because what we should do is we should go from the bottom. Also, I created a heuristic function for that at the very beginning of writing on this problem, working on this problem, and it was so long time ago. For sure it can be improved. Submit. I will take a look at some of the first lost battles to see if maybe I'm disqualified because I ran out of time or I'm doing an illegal operation. Oh, I lost this battle. And I lost it immediately. Let's see. But I'm winning some. Damn it. Again, timeout, but when I try to replay it in this environment, everything is alright. This happens too often. I won, hooray. Okay, then looking at some of the lost battles. I'm not really interested in those I won. You learn from mistakes mainly, and losses, not from wins. Alright, this will run for quite some time, and in that time we work on learning spells. When the game starts, the rules are this. When the game starts, there are 6 spells here, numbered from the bottom, and Cave spell costs you K-1 blue tokens. If I want to learn this one, I need to pay 2 blue tokens. And then those will land on positions below. So eventually you can grab something from bottom row and you will gain blue tokens for it. Right now, if you grab this first one, you will gain 5 blue tokens. But this is mainly because of my stupid operations. I try to learn spells and I don't check their order when choosing the best one. I just compute heuristically using those resources the quality of every spell, and I go for the best one until I have 8 spells. Maybe I don't have that bad spells right now. Oh, I do actually. I have this -5 blue +2 yellow, and it's a good spell, but I do something else with in my code such that it's hard to use. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, +4 blue is a good combo with this, and I can quickly gain yellow. Not that bad. And still and I won. But the beginning of my game is not efficient. No, we need to go from the bottom. Need blues. for everything in Tom spells if your value is greater than best value. Is there something like index there? Yes, Tom index. So for Tom spell, there are some extra things I need to use in heuristic function. Or should I just go from the bottom and grab something if I think that it's good enough? Second place, not so bad, not so good either. In a two-player game, could be better than second place. Do I know ethical hacking? I don't know hacking. Okay, when reading here, learn, Tom spells push back, and I will use, oh, I already used Tom index. Yeah, because I needed to know how many blues I need to produce for that. So when I do something with Tom spells, sort, those. By using Tom index, so from the bottom. I was afraid that in this stream today I will struggle a lot, and I'm very happy that so quickly we got to the Silver League. We sort by index. Then if your value is greater than best value, do this and break. Now I will go from the bottom. That being said, I still like the +1 yellow, so I'm thinking about making a special condition for that. Either if you produce 1 yellow and don't do anything else, then prioritize you, or maybe just if you only produce inventory, if only you produce resources. This +1 orange I think is good as well. I think my opponent only takes those. That's a nice strategy. No, not only. But -5 blue is useless unless you have something to add a lot of blue. No, I will. I don't think this is a good opponent. Let's play a strong one, the boss. How did you reach silver? Just improve the previous DP and not take the first potion always? Yes, but the most important thing was to improve DP so it would work on more than 5 spells. I now distribute the work. If not all work is done, I wait for the work to be done. But also I'm not going for the first potion. I went for the one that I can do fastest, and now instead it's the ratio points divided by time needed for that. Obviously an easy improvement for that, not easy improvement, but something eventually you need to do is to look at what your opponent is doing. If your opponent in one turn can achieve this potion, then stop doing it. I need to switch to something else. Right now, once I decide that I'm going for something, I will keep going for that thing. Maybe we will even see it during one of games. Okay. The opponent has like 13 spells. Oh, he doesn't always take the first one. Here he took the second one, and indeed I would say that the second one is better than the first one. Let's see their strategy. They keep taking the first one. Then took second instead of first. Good choice. Again, second instead of first. Okay. I will copy this strategy. I will choose the first one unless it's very bad. And maybe I should adjust my old heuristic function. Can I say that all tiles where I only gain something are good? -1 orange, +2 green. Oh, and there are also repeatable spells. Maybe it's time to consider that. Can you watch your opponent's interactions? I can put two opponents against each other. Did I try more spells since I improved the recursive function? I wonder if the fact that it loads for a long time, whether it means that I didn't crash. Keeps improving. Oh, and yeah, after 20 turns, I'm done improving. And I have 10 spells. That's cool. I lost, but it was a fair fight. Let's try a few more times. Right now, going from the bottom, I take the first spell that I think has positive value with some heuristic function. We keep learning that. The opponent learns for some more time. I don't. Oh, there is timeout. Oh, that's great. When I hover over the event here, I see what's going on. Made the delivery and here a timeout. Whoa. Okay, why was I disqualified? Improvement is still 1. There is some path chosen. Is it because the opponent made the delivery? I print init 0, but that means nothing. Okay, I need to investigate this. I don't understand why I got timeout. Is this game basically DP optimization? Not really. I think that some smart pruning is more important. I don't think I went for a good approach here. My approach is indeed DP optimization. But if you want to be perfect here, you should do some kind of minimax, where you care about your moves and moves by your opponent. But there are so many spells, and the number of states of your inventory and inventory of your opponent is huge. So it's not that it can be done optimally. Recurring timeout or a lag spike. For the first time with this code, I'm seeing a timeout. So let's replay. I think I hit replay in same conditions. Maybe it was a one-time thing. What's bad is that I keep improving. And I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it's so slow. For now, I will change the number of spells to 9. Actually, I wanted to play a new game. To make my program good faster, because what's the point in so many spells if I don't really know how to use them well? Right now, here already I improved everything there is. I'm playing a good game. Hello Q123, hello Kanish. Okay, my current code gets placed around 800. Submit and look for lost games. Well, I improved quickly enough, and I lost by a little bit. Then here my opponent doesn't have that many spells. So let's investigate this game a bit more. What happens? I have 9 spells. A lot of them eat blue. Oh, okay. Here, this is a bad set of spells. 2 of them are very similar. Eat blue, gain orange. And they are just bad. Then my opponent learns some more. Let them rest. Okay, my opponent has like 14 spells. Fine. Let's see another game. Oh, timeout. Yeah, timeout. Need 0. Path is 1. This. I hope that this can be repeated. And yes, it can be repeated. When do I print path is something? Right here. Path is not empty. turn time. Oh, my opponent timeout. Okay, all right. I thought that, but didn't I click a game that I lost? My bad. Thank you for noticing. Why take bad spells? Leave them to the other player, but I only take a spell if its value is positive. So with my very poor heuristic function, I try not to take bad spells. Can you take spells even if they are bad and label them as bad for yourself and it would be ignored when you're processing the DP? It will be easier not to take them in the first place. Let's say. I don't care that much about that initial strategy with producing some blue to buy something from the top of the list. Actually, my opponents right now usually take more spells, so I only help them by taking something bad on purpose from the bottom. I prefer if they take it or they are forced to pay blue for spells in the top. Ragu, don't spam, please. Okay. Sorry about that. Some other lost games? Show. Okay, here wait. Oh, when I get to the end, then it switches me to another game? No, maybe not. I thought that I saw something else here at the bottom. Okay, I have a timeout. I keep improving, and but okay, let's try to reproduce that. Hello, Amit. And I didn't reproduce it. I will try 2 or 3 times, because if I can reproduce it sometimes, I will understand in which part I need to be more careful about time. Like maybe only do something up at most 35 milliseconds instead of 50. Oh, there is a tie, first and first place. Time out. Actually, oh no, I lost that game, didn't I? Which one was it? This one? Send parameters. I noticed that there I had a lot in my inventory. I don't know if that makes a difference. The game doesn't end fast right now. Are you using plain BFS to find shortest path? No, because I have weighted edges, so it's more like Dijkstra. I will stream for half an hour more. now I'm investigating possible issues in my code. And then, yeah, most of games I'm seeing right now where I lose, it's because of a timeout. But whenever I send parameters to IDE here, it doesn't happen. Then I'm starting to think that I'm doing everything all right, and just sometimes server lags and it is like twice slower. What should I do about that? What is another explanation for this? In last battles, I get timeout, here I don't. It is the same. Is it the same code? Is it the same code? It isn't. All right. Okay, here I already modified something, right? Damn it. What is the transition cost you're using for Dijkstra? I have some spells on the side and I try to combine them, and this is an edge. Okay, when I have those spells, where's function is redundant? I'm not using it right now, I believe. It's about DP. Okay, I can use the same for spells as part of pre-processing. I wonder if this will be faster. Okay, the first time when I do this, yep, I want to print the time. Subsets.size. Play my code. I have a recursive function. At worst, it works in 9 factorial, but actually it will be much better than that. I want to see how much exactly it takes right now and how many subsets it produces. It's here. I believe that's 5 milliseconds. Not bad. And produces, wait, what, 0? It shouldn't be 0. Why is it 0? Oh, it's set subsets. When do I cast it to subsets? Actually, I already have a set of subsets, then why do I have this? Oh, I see, because it's for every separate mask. All right. Can this happen that with different subset of moves, I will get the same result? Can happen, right? But just very rarely. But would that be faster? If not this, dot insert dot second, then return. It was 5 milliseconds, and now can neural networks be used on this? You can try, but I don't think anybody did that. Machine learning isn't always the best answer. It's very similar. I feel safer with this. Next thing. Set subsets. I want to remove some of them. Well, let's start with saying how many of them there are. But cool thing is, whatever I speed up this, it will make the other part of the solution faster as well. Set subsets dot size. No, timeout? Yes. Is it because of something new I did? Okay, I messed up. What did I mess up? What if someone uses his code or his ideas? Yeah, what then? It's not that you will get any prize for copying my code. I'm not winning. I don't see what I messed up from this point onwards, so I will just take this code, working code. I just hit Ctrl-Z many times. And where do I run? Recursive, here. Let's print subsets is that many. Replay. Then I will remove many of them. Timeout again? How? It's 10:15. I keep improving. I made the delivery. The opponent made a delivery. This should be done at the very beginning. If started return, what happens after I init? That takes so much time and I don't print it at all. Is it iterating over potions? No, iterating over potions is very fast. Is it maybe this thing? But I print that time. It's not that. Where else can I time out? Here I print path and that wasn't printed, so it's before that. But in improve? I iterate over a lot of subsets. Let's put an assert that turn time doesn't exceed 45. Maybe what happens is that when I go through subsets here, this takes more than 10 milliseconds in total. But where I print subsets, here this already was printed whenever recursion happens, so if I scroll through, I should see it. $1,000 of them. Oh, it will be around 2 to cave power. Put CERR in the beginning of every function. I know how to. I know possible ways to debug. But bad thing is that sometimes this does not happen. I hope that maybe assert will fail. Not only I want to know where I am at the end, I want to know what takes so much time. You're okay, let's think about something. Do I need all subsets of those spells on the right? Yes, kind of. I don't see how. For sure, I cannot decrease the combinations of those lower down, let's say 2 to cave power, so 2 to 9th power. Any combination of that is just different. I don't like the initial spells too much. Oh, plus here, +2 blue is strictly worse than +3 blue. Should I remove something if there is alternative way and it gives me only more stuff? So kind of improved is redundant. Let's do that. Let's try to do some heuristics on those combinations of spells to say that if I can produce some set, but I can create the same resources plus one, that thing is better. Here it would help, it would remove almost everything. Doing plus 3. Plus 3 blue might not be usable if you have 8 things in inventory, true. Oh, and I remember that I didn't want, my DP doesn't work if I can decrease the number of items in inventory. Wait. Or maybe? This is kind of a Dijkstra with cycles? Oh no, there's nothing wrong about that. Never mind then. Only 43 people watching. Why only? Count Twitch as well. And I don't think... When I teach any class or something like that, right now on Twitch itself there is more than 100 people watching. Even if I got just 20 people watching, that's a kind of normal class of students. But when you teach in school, those students, they need to listen to you. Here people choose to watch my streams. So I would say that having 20 viewers on Twitch is already a big achievement. It's only better than being a teacher and having 20 students. And having more than 100 viewers, plus then thousands of people watching the streams later. That's just amazing. All right, let's go for my ideas at the very top to update them a little bit. This was very old. Compute turns required to create every resource. Sure. Use things multiple times in the same turn. This is not done. Consider bonuses done. Create non-blue resources at the end to increase final score. Not done. This is done. Assumption. Never decrease the number of elements. I don't think that's my assumption because I have Dijkstra, not DP where I iterate over something. Oh, I know why it was important, because I can temporarily go above 10. Yeah, that was important. But it won't happen often. Remove redundant subsets. Yeah, I need to do that. Partial recomputation of DP, done. Refactoring, not done. And this is very stupid. Okay, chat, I will do one more thing today and you get to choose. Option 1 is either, okay, option 1, remove redundant subsets. When I choose what set of spells to use, maybe some other subset is just better. Okay, either this or play with heuristic function to learn spells. You can just type 1 or 2. One I'm not doing right now at all, and two I'm doing in a stupid way because I just say that blue is 1, green 2, orange 3, yellow 4. For now, a bit more views for 1, and please don't double vote. So I'm sorry that I'm too lazy to create a vote. Oh, it's close. But I think a 2 won. Yeah, then I think it's very close to a tie. Okay, no, there are 3 more votes for 1. That's very, very close. Then let's do 2 because it's just easier. I can try more things. Right now I'm top 1000. I think I will submit this. Come on, do both. I mean, do I have to? I'm doing the second option. Because it's close, we should do refactoring. Yeah, that's fun. And timeout. Okay, I'm losing a lot of matches. I stopped improving. Let's just when I print improvement equal 1 or 0. 1 means that I'm still improving the DP. And I finished improving 1 turn before the end. And then my opponent got the 6th last delivery. At least I got 4 points first. This will often happen because my opponents learn more spells. Alright. It's not that I always time out when I lose. But yes, it does happen from time to time. Okay, let's improve the heuristic function. How to choose spells to learn this thing. Is there a function like value maybe? Yes. Right now this is how I judge spells. I think that, well, it's harder to use those big spells. I know what I will do for that. I will see what people in the top do. Delete me, delete this person, add boss versus somebody from the first place. I play my code. I hope that this will put them against each other. I want to see how many spells they use. Whoa. Person on the right first made a potion and only then learns stuff? Is it somebody from the top or not? Right now I'm not sure. Yes. I'm very surprised. And they know just 8 spells? So you can do that well with 8 spells? I want a replay. I want just a completely new game. I got to bronze by looking at average resource in potions and using spells according to at least squared error from average. Maybe not a bad idea to look indeed what is there. It's so surprising to see somebody using only 8 spells. And sometimes creating potion before learning anything? But maybe let's investigate which spells they learn. They both learn the bottommost spell. Okay. Person on the right just learned 4 spells from the bottom, is that right? Do they always do that? I will run a few more times. They learned 2, then this 7th spell. Seven spells right now. Will that be enough? Okay, that's 7 spells. They lost this game, but still, apparently this algorithm is good enough to get the first place in this division, in this league. He's top silver, but gold is open. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the best player in the world, but this is good enough that I can try to mimic that. He didn't play any blue here. I want to watch a few more games. And I think that my program does well enough if I learn 7 or 8 spells. Okay, now it's 9. Is it again from the very bottom? Yes, it's from the very bottom. -2 blue plus 2 green, and it's repeatable. Plus 2 green seems very good. -1 yellow, plus 3 green. But so far yellow is very hard to achieve. You need 4 turns for yellow. And still, it's good to be that flexible. I would say that this one is good only after you get this with +1 orange, +1 yellow. If you want to make a good program, for sure you need to find synergies between spells. This game is based on a board game called Century Spices, something like that. I wonder if now I would be good at this board game after staring at the screen for so many hours, watching some games between bots. I think repeatable might improve yours a lot. Maybe. I remember our voting. You said that I should now work on heuristic function. I'm watching these games to see how other people prioritize spells, but it seems that they just go from the bottom. Wait. I didn't pay attention. +1 orange. The person on the right didn't even take +4 blue. +1 orange would be strong if it was repeatable. Very strong. It isn't hard in my code to handle repeatable, but I will not do that today. Right? I think I have a lot of... No, I want losing games. My current code isn't good. I'm very far away in the leaderboard. Maybe I messed up something up recently. Obviously, here we are watching games between two very strong programs. At least for this league. Now it's 10 spells for person on the right. And is it still just taking the first one? They learned the first spell. I think they learned the first spell exactly when they like the first spell. So maybe their number of spells learned depends only on how long they like the first spell. They created a potion, and after that got back to learning spells. Now it's 11 spells. Okay. But what can I do in my heuristic function? Hi Eric, I'm 350th. Overall, my strategy is simple, greedy choice of potion with shortest path. It isn't the best strategy, of course. I mean, simple, greedy choice of potion with shortest path. Okay, but how do you make it? How do you make your program fast enough? I went for some kind of DP, but maybe... I think that I made the big mistake of trying to pre-process that instead of working on my own inventory right now. I thought that I can do pre-processing and I could do a lot in the very first turn. In the first turn we have 1 second and I could do all my pre-processing then. But I only know about my spells after several turns, and then it's 50 milliseconds per turn. It's not a lot. And my number of states is very big because of this preprocessing thing. It's like 10, 10, 10, 10, how much I will gain of each type, and then 4, 4, 4, 4. What are the requirements? If I instead worked on my current inventory, and from that moved forward, it will be just tens. So maybe I should just switch my whole code for this. If only I had more time. On the other hand, 50 milliseconds is not a lot, and I cannot really redistribute this work too much. The fact that I redistributed my work with the more complicated DP, the one that works for any kind of inventory. This is my current DP, but I do it once, distributed into several turns. It has 8 dimensions. I think more people went for this, and I should have done that too. I'm now thinking about it and how hard it would be to switch. with BFS. But do you consider taking every spell? Like one by one? Because then, do you claim, Tigelin, that you have optimal path towards that thing? Several, like 20 and 30 turns game. Yeah, the distribution of work here is a bit stupid if I do that for half a game. Regarding the BFS thing, no, I didn't know that Tigelin is red. But BFS, I agree with BFS if we iterate over those 2 to 8 possible subsets of spells. You have 13 spells. But then do you take one spell? And you say that for every, I guess then, for every inventory I want to know how quickly I can get to that state. But there you don't care about spells you already used. I wonder if that might hurt. Yeah, I think that I went for a very bad approach in general. Then it's a good lesson for next time. I overcomplicated. I told you at the very beginning of the first stream that we should go for something easy. And I hugely overcomplicated. 8-dimensional DP instead of BFS. You could still change your approach. Yes, but I planned only one more stream on Sunday. So it's not a lot of time. I care about spells I used. I mean, but alright, but what if there are, I'm talking about this. If this is your current inventory 1100, and to get to inventory, let's say 2222, there are two possible paths. One uses spells numbers 1, 2, 3, and the other uses spells numbers 3, 4, 5. The advantage of MyDP, but also because of that it's slower, is that MyDP will consider both those ways, because after that we can still use spells 1 or 2. After that we can use spells 4 or 5. But if you do BFS, and now you're in BFS you are in this inventory state, likely you just remember what were previously used spells. Yeah, I've read the comment by Nightyhawk, so this is exactly what I described. Because of competitive programming, I too much focus on doing something optimally, and that was a very bad choice. I see how sometimes I will find a better path towards something than you guys will with BFS, but I just don't have enough time to compute it. And then improving this BFS with some kind of A-star, maybe tweaking it a little bit, indeed will give me gold. Yeah, okay. This whole 500 lines of code is not good. I remember previously used spells. Yeah, so that's correct. But it's not that you... Where was that? It's not that you consider both those possibilities. All right. Damn it. If you want to be in gold, you must do some sort of BFS. I thought that I can do my better solution. if it worked, if I had more time, maybe I would be very high in the leaderboard, better than all those people with BFS. Because what I explained here is a huge advantage of my DP over BFS. But how does it matter if if I'm not able to compute my DP? With that sad news, this is it for today. Because again, just like previous days, from the morning to evening I coded. I'm not going to spend more time. The previous coding game stream was 4 hours instead of 2. We see each other on Sunday, and before that, on Saturday, there is Top Coder. There is Top Coder stream, Top Coder finals. On Twitch, you can always do calendar or schedule, and you can see all my planned streams here, or here at the bottom as well. There's this week on Saturday Top Coder, Sunday Coding Game. If I have time before that, I will maybe redo something here. I will try the BFS. And if yes, if that's the case, then on Sunday we will tweak my BFS. We'll see. Do you solve the advent of code? No, I don't. So, Tegelin, I understand your solution, and I'm just saying, and I explained here how it isn't optimal. It isn't optimal because maybe there are 2 ways to get to the same inventory if you are not going to remember that. In any kind of DP, you could forget one dimension, don't have that as dimension, and instead have that as a value in your DP. So instead of here, let's say we have this DP, and this is some kind of big struct, like I had this, where DP denotes several values, the number of turns to get here, what spells we used, and whatever else we need. But the fact that there are multiple ways to get to this, the fact that you add more dimensions means that you will consider, well, here, those 2 cases separately. Like in some way, consider removing this dimension and just saving the number of yellows in your state of DP. This is also then worse, because you will not consider the various states. I will explain that again, because it's very important for DP. And in competitive programming, you would just straight get wrong answer. Here, if you can use spells 1 to 3, let's say in this order, and you will get to this inventory, or instead you could use spells 3, 4, 5, and you could get into this inventory. Maybe in one of you get to the same inventory, but the set of spells is different. And if you have spells used here as a dimension, as a mask, then you know what new spells you can do. And you will consider separately those 2 cases, and maybe only one of those 2 possibilities, it will allow you from this to move to some new state, where you replace the first one with a lot of other things. This. Let's say that spell number 1 does that, but here you already used it. Fine. Now, that's it for today. Sorry that I didn't fix my heuristic function, but I think that anyway I need to redo my whole code. And as I said, if I have time, I will do that tomorrow, Friday. Maybe I will even turn on a stream for that. Check out my Discord server for notifications for that, or follow me on Twitter in those 2, or as well you can on Twitch follow, on YouTube subscribe and ring the bell. I don't know all those things better than you do. And thank you everybody for watching. I will now rate somebody doing CodinGame. BFS is indeed a sequence of spells that will give you the final state as fast as possible. Yeah, that's what the BFS should do. Can you minimize the array to 5555 because there really doesn't exist a cast that needs 10 of one spell? And I tried that before and it didn't help, because I anyway only visit those states where the total number of items is up to 10, and most of those anyway have small ABCD. The number of states may be halves, or like even not that. It decreases by 20% if I say that in inventory I don't want to get more than 5 of one type. All right. But again, if you want to discuss this BFS thing, you can write to me on Code Forces. And that can be in Polish. Oh, Neil has just raided me. Hello, Neil viewers. You did educational round, right? I'm just finishing my stream. I can do like 5 minutes more because of that. I did CodinGame today, but I think my code needs completely refactoring, redoing everything. Even though I got today to the higher league, the silver one, but not gold. But I will have then another suggestion. Let's do 2 Clash of Codes. This. I don't want shortest. Shortest stupid. Wait. Is this private? I don't know if I clicked the correct button. We'll do 2 short challenges, and after that I'm finishing the stream. If you use spells 1 to 3 first, then you don't need to consider 3, 4, 5. If they have the same length, then maybe one of them is better because you can use other spells later, but you don't know about that yet. Probably can rate Topcoder next, but let's see. In Topcoder, do they do anything related to algorithms? That's possible. I will likely rate somebody doing CodinGame. Clash of Code. I want a private one. Okay, that was the private one. Shortest, no. Right. Then here you go. You can join. This will be a short challenge lasting a few minutes most likely. You know, whoever is first wins. Piyush, what are you doing in the chat? Stop spamming. What is with this? Please answer, please answer. Ask your question instead of... I saw 3 comments of yours saying, please answer, or okay, don't answer. Don't spam. And I will check, I think here we can check who does live streams. I will rate one of those. Zapak, I watched Zapak today for like 10 minutes and he did very well. If he was live now, I would rate him. Maybe I will rate this guy. We'll see. Okay, starts in 3 minutes. Oh, I can launch now. We will start in 1 minute. Can I suggest some books in which I can improve my problem-solving skills? Any kind of book? Any book. You can Google competitive programming book, and you will get books where you can practice your skills. Erichto, how to practice. My recommendation about books and how to practice is here. You can grab a link, but also you can always Google Erichto, how to practice. Okay, we're launching. Starts in 5 seconds. Fibonacci. Okay, that's easy. Problem set, you're given a sequence. Oh no, damn it. Maybe longs, I didn't even read the limits. You need to read a sequence created like Fibonacci, where first 2 numbers are defined and then every next one is sum of 2 previous values. You need to check if that's a valid sequence and it's indeed created like that. And if that's the case, then print the next value. So the sum of the last 2. I have good knowledge of C++, just want to improve my problem-solving skills, then solve problems online. If you want to get better, practice solving problems. Also, Gupta, you suck. You lost by 4 seconds. I still don't like about these games the fact that you cannot see the statement now. What do I do? I cannot check the constraints. If somebody saw the statement and the constraints, you can tell me what was that. Other people still working on the problem. I will wait for a few more minutes. Maybe somebody will get the full score. Oh, you didn't... Wait, so maybe I incorrectly checked for invalid. Print invalid. Can I mix scanf with scene here? I think I can. I'm printing something wrong? Oh, 83%. That's better. You can click show your code, so if you want me to be able to see it. You can go back in your stream, right? Yes, it is possible, but I'm too lazy. We have the first 100%er. Congrats, Araj SGS. Invalid with uppercase. No. That's my bug. Yeah. This is uppercase. And I have lowercase. But I hit the play test cases. I waited for 2 to run, and after I saw 2 green test cases, I was sure that already there one of them will check the invalid case and one of them will check like normal numbers. So I didn't bother reading too much into that. Well, what can you do? Me too waited for 2 cases only. So apparently 2 first cases are about numbers. Congrats, Arach, for the win. In Python, you can nicely access the last 2 elements by printing -1 and -2. In C++, you get runtime error for that. Right. He created 10 yellow tokens.
I mean, it can happen. It can happen. That's not a problem.
What place does he have? 1400 against your bosses, so I think it's the same. It's the same league. Right. Go say hi to fellow CodinGame streamer, and I'm finishing for today. Thank you everybody for watching, and it was quite a roller coaster because before a stream I thought that my code sucks. At the beginning of my stream I realized, oh great, I'm advancing to the next league, it's good, and now I think that my code sucks. So it's like, you know, like this. Join Discord, subscribe, follow, blah blah blah, everything. See you everybody, bye bye.